go in the nose,
Sometimes.
or the mouth, or the eye? I'm confused.
I feel like I should be interviewing.
You can if you like.
Do it.
What?
Doing it.
Do it.
What brings you guys? What brings you guys to Melbourne?
Living here.
Yeah, we live here.
Choose South.
Very posh. Okay, let's go.
I'm in the Hamptons.
We're kind of we like burn. We burn in the Q sun.
Yeah, cool.
Doesn't quite work. You're in Hampton. What is that?
The Hamptons.
I just think of like
The
Dumb and
Hamptons.
Dumber. Yeah.
Yeah, it's near Sandringham. We're cool guys. We're cool guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until you have to drive there.
Yeah.
So you should be tan like with a sarong.
No,
Is that
like-
the deal?
Check it.
You're a beach
You
dude.
can't get this level of paleness as a developer.
Where's your sarong?
Where's my sarong?
Yeah, you need a sarong.
I did own a sarong once. This is
see?
true.
See, his formal sarong is in
My
the wash,
formal
so he couldn't bring it.
Formal sarong.
He just had the casual one, and it just doesn't cut at these
Formal sarong
events.
had tassels, didn't it?
Yeah, I won't lie. It does have a few tassels.
All sarongs have tassels, right?
No, but formal ones. Man, the tassels are golden.
Yeah,
They're not just tassels.
sparkly.
They're like an extension of your personality, really.
Yeah, I'm basically a tassel.
I'm not even a journalist. I'm just
I
here
believe you. I believe you.
That's alright, we feel awkward.
Which
Yeah,
game is
everyone's
yours?
awkward.
Which game?
Like the philosophy brawler.
So it's called Adversarial Manifesto.
It's a game with words in it.
So there was 4 of us. We did a global game jam, and this is the game we came up with for the theme.
Yeah.
The theme was horrible.
The theme was a quote by author Anthonisz Nin. We don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. Shit.
Yeah.
Make a game out of that, dickhead.
7 hours later,
Yeah.
after beating our head against a wall, we decided that the theme was crappy quotes. So we made a game all about making crappy quotes.
Yeah. I think we're pretty cool guys.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Hi guys.
Hey, I'm Dave. I'm the programmer. I'm Barney. I'm the artist.
Cool. And
We're making Crawl with this game.
that's true. You made Crawl. So you sometimes feel that one of you's doing more or less, or like having too much of an impact, or like is there any juicy one morning I had to smack Barney until he bled.
We definitely have a lot of domestic disputes, and then get really angry at each other, and then kind of the next day oh sorry, I got so angry. It wasn't really that upset. I don't know why I was so upset. And then we have a big long discussion about how we can try and avoid having those disputes or something, and that never works out. We just end up having more fights, but
this is all team.
I think
Like,
it's
all the
fun,
stuff.
it's because we care so much about the project, right?
Yeah, all the stuff that's good about it is the same stuff that's really bad about it. We're super invested because everything's just done by us, which is the opposite of a big team thing where it's not really your baby. It's that guy's idea, and then it's been realized through another guy, and then through this guy, and so even the guy whose idea it was, it's not really his baby either, because it got realized through a bunch of other people's interpretations of his idea, and so no one has that feeling of ownership that they're I've got to follow this through and make this the best. Whereas with Crawl, we both have that feeling at the same time, and we're different people, so my idea of the best is not the same as Dave's idea of the best, and so sometimes we're just too invested and too involved, but it's better than the alternative of just being too disinterested.
A question that may not end up on the end of the interview, but is important to me right now is there any stuff in Crawl in this build right here that isn't in the one that's on my Steam account?
Yes.
Sweet.
So drop in, drop out, which is
I
which a
noticed
lot of
that.
people have asked for.
Yeah.
And a bunch of balancing and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of monster balance tweaks, and the boss is a little bit easier on this version.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was for packs.
Yeah.
Made it a bit easier, so people wouldn't feel so like they're
Disheartened?
just terrible at the game. Yeah.
That sounds like a good
Because everyone's
idea.
just playing for the first time there, so yeah.
Yeah.
And here, maybe.
How have you gone with using Unity, such a brand new engine, and trying to make something with a real retro feel?
Yeah, I mean, Unity's been really good. A lot of people have been like, oh, this doesn't look like a Unity game just because it's 2D, but there's a lot of good 2D stuff in Unity, and it's all pretty much the same. The engine can render sprites with pixel stuff on them, but
it's nice and flexible being able to do some scripting quite quickly and then expose variables and stuff in the tools so that Barney can add new monsters really quickly, add new effects, which is quite hard when you're working in a sort of studio and you've got this home-brewed kind of tech kind of engine stuff that's sort of built around having a lot of engineers always around and implementing every single tiny little effect. So that's been really easy. Like, I sort of, Barney's like, oh, I want to add a boss which is able to like have a sort of trap element that can also rotate the effect that it's shooting at the same time, and I can sort of make some code changes, and then Barney can use that as like a new tool that he can use for that boss, but then go and use that for like other like traps around the dungeon, things like that. So.
Do you get what kind of feedback do you get from like people about the whole local multiplayer thing?
Well, we get two types really. One is just like, what are you guys doing? Don't you want to make money? You have to put it all on multiplayer. No one can play. I don't have any friends. This is unfair. And the other one is, this is awesome. Like, we really love it. I've been playing it with my getting buddies over to play it, and like, or I'm playing it with my dad, and like all these really awesome stories that are like about getting people together.
Do you get different feedback from like stuff like the drop-in drop-out thing that people asked for? Is that like, I feel like that's a very specific to local multiplayer thing. Like, is there anything weird that you get like that you didn't realize before, releasing it as a local multiplayer game?
No, because it grew up as a local multiplayer game. Like, it only ever existed in that format, and so, I think we'll get the opposite way around. We'll if we do online, then we'll start going like, oh shit, this thing that was really obvious or that like felt really good when you screw people over when they're in the same room as you, it just feels like the computer cheating when it's just an anonymous person in another room.
I think you explained it to me as like, haunted arcade machine kind of feel. How have you gone about, like, I don't know, expressing that through pixel art, which apparently the animations were pretty good. I heard, some people seem to like that. Maybe you won an award, who knows?
He just works 16-hour days.
Yeah, exactly. Consistently work 16-hour days until you feel really bad and have regular arguments with your business partner, and then you'll be fine. I think the only thing we did was just found like something that's a bit of a unique combination of elements. It's just like a high fidelity animation with a lot of frames with really, really low fidelity pixel art. Like, we're not doing anything that like a million other people couldn't do, but it's just no one else has done it yet, and so it looks like a new thing. So I think that's a big thing, is just finding something that like people aren't already sick of.
It works with the kind of like couch multiplayer in this generation. It feels, like old stuff and new stuff, like, the animation style, works amazingly well. And obviously, so just everyone else thinks that as well. Now you've got that little weird mask looking thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
one of the things one of Barney's excuses when we have an argument, a big argument about design or something, Barney's excuse is always like, your idea's good, but I just don't think I could animate that. I don't see it working. And now he's like won that Excellence in Art award. He can't use that excuse anymore, so I have to win every argument from now on.
Wow. I thought it would go the other way. Be like, that's why I won it, because I don't do all your shit.
I'll use that now.
Oh, sorry, man.
Whose idea? There's 4 of you.
We have all had ideas together.
So it all combined?
I don't think there's anything that you could point to that one of us.
Was there a moment it all came together? Like, do you remember that moment?
No, there was a moment. So, first of all, we kind of had this idea of there's going to be like a soccer game that you're going to be tied together.
Yeah.
And then we kind of talked about what that might look like. And then eventually Stuart drew a picture of like two people who shared a body but didn't really get along. And then we just realized, no, this is it. This is exactly what it feels like to play a game where you're tied together with someone, because your partner's always the most annoying person.
Like that running game you used to do in primary school?
Yeah, like a three-legged race.
Oh, I
you're
hated
just
that
like
game.
so frustrated with each other, and we just went and made that game.
So you were sitting in your lounge room, you were sitting
It was just like on chat. So he just drew the drawing in like MS Paint. And then we just like, okay, we'll make this game look like that. Yeah.
So you're like, we're gonna make a video game about
We're gonna make
this.
a video game. There are gonna be people tied together. They're gonna be naked people sharing a body who don't get along.
And so, how soon after that moment of MS Paint and chat did the video game start production? And
it was actually a little while. So I went overseas for a while.
Yep.
And when I was there, at one week, I got a cold and just stayed in for a couple of days and just like wrote a really rough prototype of what like a two-ended thing might be like. And it turned out to be like really gross but pretty fun. And
so gross.
yeah, then like when I got back, I'm just like, oh, here it is, guys. Just draw some faces for them, please.
Sorry, for the camera, this is Nico from Push Me Pull You. And what is your role in making the game?
I'm the programmer.
You're the programmer. You're the one that made it work, really.
Yeah.
The moving and the cool. Cat Dog. Do you guys watch Cat Dog when you? Is that any inspiration there, or is that just what everyone says?
That's just the thing that like people commented afterwards and we're like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Totally right. And so as far as like from the point of the idea that you wanted to make a video game to now it's like pretty much produced. How long?
So far we've been working on it all year. So we started
12 months.
last summer. Yeah. Not quite 12 months, but nearly. Yeah. And we think we've still got a little bit to go. Like we have some lofty goals for what it should look and feel like right at the end. But yeah,
it's already amazing though. Like, can't wait till it goes further. And is it released yet?
No, it's not. So
I can't believe that it's not released yet.
You'll have to wait until we completely finish it, and then we'll get it people's hands. In the meantime, come play it at places like SK.
Yeah, exactly. SK. It's a very popular game. It's just so lovable. It's a lovable game, I think. But, yeah.
I think maybe one of the best things about our game is the fact that it's kind of instantly grabs. Like you don't need to play it even before you just realize like, oh no, that's something I've got to keep my eyes on.
And I think
people can't tear their eyes away.
Yeah, exactly. That's like you don't even have to be playing, and you want to be watching what's going on screen. I love watching the weird noodly people. So yeah, cool. Well, I love your game. I think it's incredible. But well done. What's next for you guys? Do you guys? I mean, that's a brilliant idea. Like, is there pressure for the next one, or you guys don't care, or like
So we kind of every week have like a new big idea for what we're going to do next.
Yay!
And then like the week after we get another one. So I think we're just kind of writing them all down now. And at the end we're going to have a big list of games that we wanted to make at some point in the last year. And we'll see which one makes sense then and start doing that.
That's pretty magic.
Yeah.
So more to come from House.
Hopefully.
Yes.